Verse 10, it says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye might be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Right? So wiles of the devil, what does wiles mean? Deception or to beguile or deceive. That's what Satan, the devil, that's what he's looking to do, right? So it tells us to put on the whole armor of God. And then it goes on to say, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. This isn't a physical thing we're talking about, but against principalities, powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Right? Then he finishes with, wherefore, because of those things, because of this battle we're in, this warfare that we face, wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Right? So we know Satan is at work today, right? He's still at work. He's seeking to destroy, right? He's still seeking to beguile people today, just like he did to Eve in the garden, right? And we'll read a verse in a second in 2 Corinthians 4, but talking about he blinding the minds of them that are lost. But man, he's seeking to beguile even Christians, right? People that are already saved. Just like what's the reference? 1 John 2:16. It talks about lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. That's the way he's still working today. It's exactly what he did to Eve in the garden, right? I'll actually pull up Genesis 3. We've read this this passage a million times, but Genesis 3:4, it says, and the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, for God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And here's what Satan attacked on: the lust of the flesh, eyes, and the pride of life. Right? At verse 6 in Genesis 3. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, okay, lust of the flesh, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, lust of the eyes, it's the exact same thing you're seeing in 1 John 2. And a tree to be desired to make one wise, right? Pride of life. She took of the fruit thereof and did eat, right? So we understand this is how he beguiled Eve. He actually quoted God's words, right? He changed like one word in there, right? He used what God said and changed one thing, and it beguiled Eve, right? He deceived her, and he's still at work with this today. And here's that verse. I'll go ahead and read that. 2 Corinthians 4, uh, verse 4. It says, in whom the God of this world, okay, that's a little g God in that verse. So this is who's the God of this world? It's Satan, right? He's behind the scenes running things down here, trying to deceive and beguile and seeking to destroy. This is who we're fighting against in this battle, right? This is why we need to be out winning souls. But it says, whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. Right? So he's blinding the minds of them which believe not, the God of this world. Right? And Satan is using weapons today to do these things, to blind people, right? The lost are blind, but again, so we should be out there soul winning, obviously, but we as Christians also, we have to be careful with this thing, right? He can it talks about blinded the minds in that verse. Dylan mentioned your conscience last week. I was studying out a thing on the conscience or your mind not too long ago, and the Bible says a lot about our minds. Our mind can be a crazy place, right? So we got to protect it.